What up, y'all? How's it going? BenDeen here, and today I'm eating some Papa John's. I have a margarita pizza, that's what they call it. I think it's just cheese. And I also have some wings. So let's just open these up. I just got these delivered. And yeah, I guess I should tell you the price, because it is kind of outlandish in my opinion. This little pizza right here, I'm not sure if you can see how small it is or how big it is, but this pizza right here from Papa John's in Korea was like 14 bucks. This was the cheapest pizza I could find actually on their whole menu. Here's the wings that I got. They only have one selection of wings here in Korea at Papa John's, and these are called, these are called Papa's wings, I think they call them. And there's 10 of them. These are about 8 bucks, so you know I can work with that. But this little pizza for 14, man, I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I also got the classic Papa John's garlic dipping sauce. No, what was it called? Pepper thing? No pepper in the pizza. They don't do that here in Korea. And since, you know, I feel like I spent a lot of money on this, so I'm just drinking some ice water. Let's just go ahead and try it out. This is the original crust, and this is they call it a regular size. Looks like a classic Papa John's crust. You can see the slice here, smaller than my hand. So yeah. Anyway, let's just try it out. It is good though. It is good. Classic Papa John's taste, in my opinion. They have a decent variety of crusts here, but I just went with the original. And now I'm gonna try out this wing. It does look a little bit pale, I would say. Doesn't appear to be a lot of sauce coating this, and I'm not sure what flavor this is even. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. Let's see here. I don't know if you guys know this trick, or I don't even know if it's a trick, but a method of eating wings. This is how I like to do it. These wings right here, not the little drummy, but the other one. There's like 2 bones in here, and a lot of times you can like jostle them out of place. This isn't, don't take this as a tutorial or anything, but if you can see this, like, you can just pull this bone straight out of the chicken here. If it's a decent wing, I think it should usually just slip right out. And then you have all this meat right here, which you can just eat. Not a bad wing. I would say the flavor is just plain, like a plain wing. There's definitely not a lot of, like, no really sauce on here or anything. It tastes like if you ever had like a roast chicken, like a rotisserie chicken, that's pretty much what this tastes like. And it is good. Usually I'm not a fan of ordering, at least when I lived in America, I was never a huge fan of ordering wings from pizza places. Just because I thought they weren't as good as wings from like Buffalo Wild Wings, for example. But usually when I lived in America, if I wanted wings, I would always go to Buffalo Wild Wings or something, and never really order them from pizza places. But here in Korea, there's not a ton of places that sell wings, so yeah, definitely not bad. Not bad. This should be a good dinner for me. Not going too over the top or anything. Let me try to open this up real quick. Dang, that was pretty hard to open. I don't know if I'm weak or something, or just like so greasy, or I'm losing all my strength or something, but it seems like they really don't want you to eat that. I am pretty sore though. I'll tell you why here in a second. My whole body is real sore today because today I exercised not today, yesterday I like exercised pretty hard for the first time in a long time. So me and a couple buddies, we went to Han River Park. One of the Han River parks where they have basketball courts. And we hooped it up for a couple hours. The one that we went to had like 2 full courts, decent little courts, and usually, from what I've seen, whenever I go to the Han River Park and check out the basketball courts, usually some decent games going on, maybe like a full court game or some half court games. Not a lot of people just shooting casually, but we went there yesterday, and it looked like it was gonna rain, so I don't think there's that many people there, but all the courts were full. And at first, we're shooting around on a hoop for about maybe an hour, and with us 3, and there was like 3 or 4 more guys just shooting at the same hoop. I think the other hoops had games going on, but after we just shot around, played some like horse or pig, and then we played some 21, and after that I was pretty gassed, I was pretty tired, and I was like, alright, well, I'm about ready to go home. And then we went over back to the original court, or one of the courts, and like some guys were challenging us to a game, like just half court, 3-on-3, 4-on-4. I'm like, alright. So we played a couple games too. We won the first game by like 1 point. The next game was like 9-9. We were playing to 10, and we were about to win. I feel like, I don't know, but someone on their team got injured, so he got like hit in the eye or something, so we had to call it off. But yeah, it was super fun. Like I felt like I was dying. But I feel really good today. It was really fun. Glad I did that. And yeah, I definitely want to start maybe doing like adding that to the routine, making some kind of routine. We have another buddy who's like a little bit taller, so he could get in the post. And yeah, maybe one day I could film it for you guys too, like in a vlog. If you want to see me, see what I look like playing basketball. I was thinking about filming it yesterday, but decided not to. But that got me thinking of something I could talk about in mukbangs, or a mukbang, sports. A few people have asked me about this, actually. Asked me to talk about it. And I think that's a pretty decent topic, so I figured I would talk about that. And this one, there's probably a lot of people out there watching this video who really don't care at all about sports. So I apologize for that. You don't have to watch. But yeah. So let's go back. Back in the day when I was young, I've always enjoyed sports, like playing them, watching them. Not a huge fan or anything, but I've definitely enjoyed it. When I was young, like 5, 6, 7, 10, I don't know. Really young, I played in all the like YMCA soccer leagues. Played basketball when I was really young in those kind of leagues. I played 5th grade basketball. But that was pretty much it for like actual structured sports. But I did play a ton of sports, just like backyard sports. So we had a hoop in our backyard, and me, my brother, and my dad would play a lot of basketball. We had a few neighborhood friends who were around our age, like a lot of guys. So like 2, 3, 4 other guys who were around me and my brother's age. And we played a lot of in basketball, football, soccer. A little bit of baseball, but I honestly never really got into baseball that much. I am supporting the Cubs though, because I hear they're doing decent this year for once. Anyway, I was more of like a backyard sports type of guy. And when it came to watching sports, when I was younger, like 5, 6, I want to say, that's when the Bulls had Michael Jordan and they were like winning all those championships, doing really good. And I was the biggest Jordan fan, Bulls fan back in the day. I think every little kid has that dream of like becoming a professional sports player at one point in their life. I definitely wanted to, but I'm not very gifted when it comes to height. So but yeah, never played baseball. Never really watched baseball. Watched a lot of basketball. Watched a decent amount of soccer back in the day. And I would watch the Bears play the Chicago Bears football team play every Sunday with my dad, because he loves sport. He loves watching sports. So every Sunday I would watch the Bears play. That was like kind of the routine. The ritual, if you will. I think in high school I started like not caring as much about the sports, physical activity, and stuff like that. Started getting more into like music and stuff. It was definitely, you know, in high school, I think it was definitely that kind of thing, you know, with the cliques and whatnot, the jocks, the nerds, the band geeks and stuff like that. My high school was kind of had that going on. So yeah, I was more into like the music nerd geek side of it, not so much into the sports. But a couple years after that, I got into a few years ago actually, I got really back into like NFL football again. And I don't know why. I think it was because I had nothing else to do with my time. I was just like not really doing anything. So I would sit literally, like, it was like a crazy obsession almost. Kind of random and weird. But I would sit and watch ESPN literally like all day. And just learn up about what's going on in the NFL. And was like just so into it. Really got into the Bears again. After not watching them for like a while through high school. And yeah, it was intense. It even got to the point where there's this show on ESPN called Sports Nation. I'm not sure if any of you guys have any idea what I'm talking about at all, but it was a show that I would watch like every day. Really liked it. And they had some kind of like contest going on at one point where you could basically record yourself for maybe 30 seconds talking about a topic that they gave you, and film yourself, send it into them, and then they'd pick out. There's like some kind of contest. They'd pick out like the winner for that week of what they thought would be the best entry, I guess, and then feature that on their show. And also during the halftime show of the Monday night game, which aired on ESPN. And I did that, like, I was like, well, you know, I got nothing else to do, I might as well try it. So I did it. I recorded myself a little 30-second clip talking about, I remember it was about the Bears and the Lions, their upcoming game. And I just, like, said some really stupid stuff, sent it in, and they liked it, I guess, so they chose me as, like, the winner for that week. And so they showed my clip on their show, their daily show. And also showed me on like during the halftime show of the Monday night game, which was completely insane to me. That clip used to be on YouTube somewhere. Recently I was looking for it, couldn't find it though. I'm a little bit disappointed that I can't find it. If I do though, I'll link it in this video because it's pretty crazy. My hair was, alright, so my hair was like extremely long. It was like down to here, like just like probably like down to here. And I was like wearing like, I think I wore a suit, just like maybe my friend's suit or something. And it was so weird. But that was like my 15 seconds of fame, I thought. Pretty classic memory. Anyway, yeah, that was like a real big fad, I think, phase. So I was like really into the NFL for like 2 years, college football too, and then but not so much. And then I actually went to a Bears game a few years back, and that was awesome. But then yeah, I started getting more of an interest at that point in like Korea and stuff, and like moving to Korea and all that kind of stuff. And so I basically just completely forgot about sports. Like since I've been in Korea for the last couple years, I don't really keep up with sports at all in America or Korea. Like for me, part of the fun is being able to watch it live, the games. But it's not something I can really do very easily over here. There's probably some kind of package I could buy on the internet to be able to watch games live, and there's probably sites where I could stream it, which I have tried in the past, but the quality is not very good at all. So yeah, I'm pretty much like completely out of it when it comes to sports. Korean sports too, they honestly, in my opinion, I haven't watched a ton of Korean sports, but a lot of times I feel like they just don't really compare with American sports. As in like Korean basketball, for example, it seems like I feel like a good college team in America would be able to just completely crush any Korean like pro basketball team. So I hear baseball is really fun though out here, especially going to games and watching them live. So yeah, I definitely want to do that someday. I don't even know exactly when the season is here in Korea. It must be going on right now, right? So if I ever do go to a game, I'll make sure to bring my camera and record some stuff, because yeah, I heard it's like way different than games in America. And yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to sports. Like, a lot of people I knew would play sports in middle school. My brother too, he played basketball and football in middle school, and he also played, oh, he didn't really do anything in high school, I don't think. Did he? No, but a lot of, like, most kids growing up where I'm from, like my town was like a really small town. A lot of people who are really into sports, I guess. And if you didn't do sports, you really didn't, I mean, you really didn't get any recognition within the community, I guess. But like people who are good at stand out, like basketball players, football players, or whatever in like high school, or even maybe even middle school, mostly high school, would like always be in the newspaper and stuff like that. But for some reason, I never wanted to like join a team. Not sure why. I think it's because like while I enjoyed playing sports, I think it's because I don't know. I think it's because I was like kind of an introverted kid and still am. So just the whole thing of like being on a team like that, was something that like didn't really sound that appealing to me, I guess. Like practice and all that stuff. I think it's also something like I hated and still dislike people telling me what to do. Whereas like if you don't do it, you're in trouble. Like if you are forced to like run laps or like do this or that or whatever. I really hate that kind of stuff. So I think that's another reason why I never really played like middle school sports, high school sports, or anything. But if I can go back, I might have given it a shot just for the experience. Alright, so the camera cut off on me right as I finished my food. So about time for dessert. I'm gonna go get some like ice cream bar in my fridge, my freezer, and get to answering some questions and responding to some comments. Be right back. Meidona. This is what I'm eating for dessert. This is a melon flavored ice bar, and actually I've done a video where I kind of taste tested different Korean desserts, and I tasted this one as well. If you want to see that video, you can click somewhere up here. So I probably won't even talk about this flavor, and yeah, just go check that one out. And I'm just gonna hop right into the comments. I gotta say, so today's Monday night here in Seoul, and Yeah, I haven't really been up to date with the comments for I think the whole weekend. Just that is probably gonna happen in the future as well, because I don't know, the weekend, sorry, is the only time that I can really spend like quality time with my girlfriend for once, or with my friends, or just relax in general. And while I do like responding to comments, sorry, I think I'm just gonna not do it on the weekends. I mean, we'll see. Anyway, I feel kind of bad though for not saying anything about that and just not responding to comments. So sorry about that. So I'm gonna try to answer a few questions here that are on the phone right now. All right. So Gabby Lara said, "Do they have Daiso only in Seoul?" No, I think it's. I heard it. I was reading some of the comments. Some people said it's all over, like it's in America, or pretty much all over the world. So definitely not only in Seoul. It is a brand from Japan. So Sally V says, "Oh my, no wonder Korean people are in shape. $10 butter, mini size loaves of bread, extra small packets of cheese." Yeah, for sure. I think I wouldn't be surprised if that is one of the contributing factors to why Korean people are like skinnier on average than like American people. Even like cola or soda, it's like always smaller and more expensive, I feel like. Pizza, like I said, this little small pizza is 14 bucks. Not always that expensive, but yeah, it can definitely be expensive. I'm sure there's a lot of other factors that go into why Koreans and a lot of like Asians tend to be like skinnier, but I wouldn't be surprised. Leon Kennedy said, "Not related to the theme of this video, I was just curious about the brand of the shades. They're actually Fila shades. Nothing special, actually pretty, my girlfriend thought they were, she really hates the brand Fila, I guess. I just got them because they looked decent and they were pretty affordable, and I thought they were decent quality. But I ended up using like acetone or whatever, acetone, to remove the Fila logo on the side. I'm not huge into designer stuff, I guess, or like fancy stuff. My girlfriend kind of is, but I feel like a lot of Korean people are, but I don't really care about the brand. Black and Gold says, "Hey man, random question, are you originally from the Midwest?" Yep. Twizzler, can you do a Korean alcohol mukbang? I don't know about mukbang. I want to do like a Korean alcohol taste test or something like that, where I can, just try small amounts. A mukbang, usually I want to eat like large amounts, so I don't really want to drink that much alcohol. But maybe a taste test, yeah. I'm still trying to organize it. Stay tuned, because it will happen one day. Gracie says, "I never leave comments, but I just want to say I love your videos." Thank you, Gracie. Thank you for leaving that comment. I'm the type of person who never leaves comments either on YouTube. I've been watching for years and years. I don't think I've left one comment ever. I don't know why. I think it's because I figured that no one would see it. But I do see all y'all's comments. So if you have the same mindset as me, that no one's gonna see it anyway, there's a chance. I know I do miss probably some comments here and there, but for the most part I see a lot of them. So leave me your comments, whatever comments you want to leave them down in the comment box, and maybe one day they'll get featured on this segment. Anyway, that is all for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.